Racist manager arrested a black woman for no reason, unaware she owns the store. Where are you watching from? Type your city in the comments. You might just get a shout-out in the next video. If you're a cat lover, hit like. If you're a dog lover, drop a comment. Let's see who wins. And if you love pets in general, hit like and subscribe for some good luck today. It started with the jingle of the store's glass doors on a warm Saturday morning. The aroma of freshly ground coffee drifted in from the cafe corner, mixing with the faint scent of new leather handbags. A woman in brown pants and a milk-colored shirt stepped in, her long hair tied back with a band swaying slightly as she walked. Her name was Aisha Monroe, and although no one in the store knew it yet, she wasn't just another customer, she was the owner. She'd built this chain of lifestyle boutiques from the ground up. 16 branches across 3 states. This one, her flagship store, had been due for a surprise inspection. Aisha didn't schedule these visits. She wanted to see her stores exactly as customers experienced them. But the moment she walked in, her eyes narrowed. Behind the counter stood Mark Daniels, the store's manager, a man she had only heard about from quarterly reports and staff evaluations. Tall, mid-40s, with slicked back hair and an expression permanently locked somewhere between arrogance and suspicion. From the moment Mark's eyes met hers, his gaze shifted, sharp, assessing, dismissive. She picked up a designer scarf, feeling the silk between her fingers, when his voice cut through the air. "You lost or something?" he asked. The tone was flat, but there was an edge to it, a challenge disguised as a question. "No," Aisha said calmly, still looking at the scarf. "Just browsing." Mark stepped out from behind the counter, his hands sliding into his pockets as he approached. "Browsing," he repeated, like the word left a bad taste in his mouth. "We've had issues lately. You understand. Theft. People casing the place." Aisha looked up at him, her expression unreadable. "Do I look like I'm casing the place?" His lips curled into a half-smirk. "I'm just doing my job. You understand, got to protect the merchandise." At that moment, a white couple walked in. Mark's demeanor shifted instantly, smiling, greeting them warmly, offering assistance. Aisha watched the entire performance. The couple browsed freely, their bags unsearched, their steps unwatched. When they left, Mark's attention swung back to her like a spotlight. "Do you plan on buying something?" he asked, "or just hanging around?" She folded the scarf neatly and set it down. "Why? Am I making you uncomfortable?" Mark crossed his arms. "I think you're making my staff uncomfortable. And when customers look uncomfortable, it's bad for business. I might have to ask you to leave." Aisha's voice dropped, measured, calm, but with steel beneath it. "This is my business." He blinked, then chuckled, low and mocking. "Right. And I'm the mayor of this city. Do you want to leave, or should I call security?" Her eyes never left his. "Call whoever you think you need to." A minute later, 2 security guards approached. "She's loitering," Mark announced loudly enough for other customers to hear. "Refusing to leave." Aisha reached into her purse, not for a weapon, not for cash, but for her phone. She hit record. "This is harassment," she said clearly, her voice cutting through the air like glass. "I am not loitering. I am the owner of this store." Mark rolled his eyes. "Owner?" "Lady, I've worked here for 2 years. The owner is some corporate figurehead named—" He stopped, searching for the name. "Aisha Monroe," she said. "And she's standing right in front of you." There was a flicker of uncertainty in his face, but it vanished just as quickly. "Yeah, sure. I'm done with this. Security, escort her out." As the guards moved closer, Mark pulled out his phone. "Actually, you know what? Let's make this official. I'm calling the cops." Aisha didn't move, didn't flinch. The tension in the store thickened. Customers pretended to browse but kept stealing glances. 10 minutes later, 2 police officers entered. Mark rushed to meet them. "Thanks for coming, officers. This woman has been harassing customers, refusing to leave, and I have reason to believe she's here to shoplift." Aisha raised an eyebrow. "Shoplift? Did you see me take anything?" Mark's smile was smug. "Not yet. But I've got instincts about these things." The officers looked at her, then at Mark. Ma'am, we need you to step outside with us. She nodded slowly, as if weighing each movement. Gladly. But I think you'll want to hear what I have to say first. The group stepped outside onto the sunlit sidewalk. Aisha turned to the officers. My name is Aisha Monroe. I am the sole founder and legal owner of Monroe Lifestyle and Decor. I have identification and corporate documents in my bag. This man, she pointed to Mark, is my store manager. He's detaining me in my own business because he decided I looked suspicious. Mark laughed, louder this time, almost desperate. She's making that up. The owner's some businesswoman with offices in the city. That would be me, she interrupted, sliding her ID into the officer's hand. Her driver's license. Her business card. The LLC registration with her name in bold print. The silence was deafening. The taller officer cleared his throat. Sir, everything checks out. This is indeed Ms. Monroe. Your employer. Mark's face drained of color. I didn't know. She didn't say. She did say, the other officer replied. You didn't listen. Aisha's voice was cool, controlled. You not only refused to believe me, you called security, called the police, and publicly accused me of theft, in front of customers. Mark stammered. I was just trying to protect the store. From its owner, she shot back. The officers turned to her. Do you want to press charges? The corner of her mouth lifted, not in amusement, but in a decision made. Yes, she said. For false accusation and unlawful detention. Mark froze. You can't be serious. I'm entirely serious. You've embarrassed me, damaged my reputation, and insulted every person who's ever been profiled for the color of their skin instead of the content of their character. You don't get to hide behind, just doing your job. The officers took Mark by the arm. The sound of handcuffs locking echoed louder than the city traffic. Inside, customers whispered. Some filmed. A few clapped quietly. Aisha stepped back into her store. Every eye was on her. She walked to the center, her heels clicking on the polished floor, and addressed the staff. This is my store. My name is Aisha Monroe. I built it from scratch. And let me make one thing clear. No one will ever be judged here for the color of their skin. That is not who we are. That is not what we stand for. If you can't treat people with basic respect, you don't belong here. The younger employees nodded, some with tears in their eyes. Aisha turned toward the counter, picked up the silk scarf again, and smiled faintly. Now, she said to the stunned assistant behind the register, ring this up for me. The moral was simple but heavy. Power means nothing if you use it to push people down. True leadership is measured by how you lift them up. And that day, every person who witnessed it walked away with one truth burned into their minds. Respect isn't optional.